What's going on, guys? Hope all is good. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold right now, but I'm just recovering from it. So, anyways, today I just want to talk about this phrase that is, you know, sometimes or most oftenly said, "Jack of all trades, master at none." So here's my little 2 cents about that. You know what? I've actually been labeled with that phrase a couple of times. Because I pretty much do everything or everything that I can do, which is making my music, singing, songwriting, producing, doing the business side, doing the websites. Yeah, it adds up, right? Even doing videography too. So now here's the thing. I decided that if I can do it, I'll do it, and if it's possible for me to do so and try to tackle all these different jobs, you can say, then why not, right? But I also understand that, you sometimes do need to, share some jobs with other people so that it can be less of a pressure for you if you're doing anything, in your um, business or whatever it is you want to try to do in your journey. Now, the thing is, I think being a jack of all trades, not master of none, because over time you will, master each of those jobs, is something that I think is important to do, which is, try to do everything if possible. Not to say that, you don't need help, um, with each of those job titles, right? So this is what I asked myself. I'm like, okay, if I'm doing all these things, that's good, because now what it's doing is like it's helping me progress in each of those job fields, and also helping me put something out there. So if you were dependent on someone else, and you didn't have the means, which is the tool, which is money, uh, would you just sit down on your butt and just wait there for things to happen? No. You would try to do something yourself and try to uh, you know make it happen, regardless of the fact of what it is. Like if it's not that great, like, so for example, when I started doing my music videos, I went through some other production companies, and it was getting expensive to do so. But I did not want the tool money to limit me from doing something that I want to do. So I said, you know what? Let me invest in some gear, some video gear, and I did that, and I ended up doing my first music video, uh, which was "Piece of My Heart." There, I'll put the link there. So, and from there I went into Bikers, which was my next music video, and after that it was Haters, the last one. So was it a lot of work? Yes, it was a lot of work. Did I get experience from doing that stuff? Hell yeah! From my first music video, it was a learning curve, right? But I did it. I put a music video out there, even if it might have been crappy or whatever it might be, but I still did something. Now the thing is, I think most of the time people wait for things to happen, or they're dependent on other people for things to happen. Now, if you don't have the means, the tool, which is money, you're gonna be sitting around. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, things will get done faster if you did pay somebody else to do it, but the question is, if that's your limiting factor, which is not having the tool, the money, at that moment to do something, would you just sit around and wait? Because you got to remember, time is very precious, right? And time is something that you don't get back. So I would rather do something and get better at it progressively, rather than just wait and wait for things to happen. Now, would I want a team to help me out? Hell yeah. What I'm gonna do, once I get the opportunity to start, compensating people for some things, which I have started doing now, because I'm making some progress in my music and stuff. So Once that starts to happen, then you know what, you eventually have to try to get help from other sources to help ease the burden, not burden, I would say, the ease the pressure of tackling all the jobs at once. So jack of all trades, master of none. I think that phrase can be a little misleading, because if you can do something, so like in my case, I sing, I songwrite, I produce, I even mix my own music, except for mastering, which I do send out to other mastering engineers. But the thing is, like, because of me doing that, I've now started, getting better at each of those job titles, knowing what should be done, what shouldn't be done. And the most important thing is putting content out there and putting things out there for all you guys to see. So, jack of all trades, master of none. If you get labeled with that sometimes, you know what? If you feel like you can do it, do it. Go for it, because you don't want to just be sitting around waiting for things to happen or depending on people. Because now what the thing is, like I mentioned, time. You'll have to wait around for people. Like, okay, does this schedule meet up? If you have to do a music video shoot and you're on a deadline, you know what I mean? Like, unless you're paying for it and, you're paying top dollar for it, then people will come to you and help you right away, right? But I think there's many factors that come into play. Mainly it's the tool, which is money. And as you guys know, if you artists out there, it is tough, right? Because everybody who wants things for free, that's the sad part. But there's some other people who actually do support, and guys, for that, thank you so much. What goes around comes around, man. Because it takes a lot of time to actually do things like this, like get inspired, then bring that inspiration into reality by creating and doing things. Like, people sometimes burn movies or burn songs or steal songs or don't pay for them, but you got to think of the other fact. Like, to be honest with you, the amount of gear that I have here, look at that. You seen that stuff? That costs money, man. Like, to make that costs money to make the music. And even movies, sometimes people go and buy knockoff, ripped off movies, or not even buy ripped off. They just steal. You can say that is stealing. But you got to take it into fact, like, how many souls, how many guys, how many people who are those actors, the stuntmen, the equipment they're using to make that movie is, it's a lot of money. I mean, like a scene where a car is going into a chase and there's explosions and stuff, that costs money. Gas is expensive, so you see all those fire techniques and all that stuff that happens with explosions and the cars crashing. That's all stuff that costs money. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, like, for those who are actually paying for artists' work and stuff, thank you, man. You know what? Like, it really helps us all us artists, right? Coming back to jack of all trades, master of none. If you're doing something and you feel like you can do it, go for it. Don't limit yourself because somebody else tells you, oh, you're doing too much, and you're just wasting your time. Maybe that person the person who's giving you that advice cannot do as much. So, that's what his cap is at, right? Or his or her cap is at. So, anyways, jack of all trades, master of none. I don't really believe that statement. Like, it goes both ways, yes. I mean, you do need help. I will admit that, sometimes it does get overwhelming, but, when you actually still crawling forward or just, walking forward in a direction where you want to go, you do it slowly, but actually, the best thing is that you're actually moving forward. So I think that's the most important part. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to get back to some work now. If you guys enjoyed that segment, please do share, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I will talk to you until the next video. See ya.
Angel. I'll give you the world and everything in it. What will ever be my girl? Through thick and thin I will. I love you till the end. Angel. Girl, your love, smile and passionate vibe kept my heart beating for you, baby. help me through rough times, you see. Now the dream a reality, gonna spoil you with luxury. So go, close your eyes now for a big surprise from me.